In Leeds, there's always been a massive amount of demand for affordable space for artists to use in order to make work and display work. Whilst there's also been a great deal of vacant properties, such as shop units and office spaces and warehouses throughout the city in all areas. And we thought rather than waste this space, we would give it to artists to develop the practice professionally and improve our high streets and streets in general and make the city look better. Initially, we just approached individual landlords and tried to persuade them that what we were doing is something that's good for them, that we can maintain their spaces, keep them active, prevent them from kind of depreciating in value by just being left to a kind of rot.
So what you've got to do is take an old derelict space in the middle of your community and just dream how that can be transformed, because you can just see it, you know, overgrown with weeds and in the right state, but you can think that could be transformed where people come and they can flourish as humans, you know. And you could do that across every community in Leeds. So how we went about making Lilac was a huge journey. It was 6 years long. There was a group of friends that got together about 2006. We talked about how we wanted to live together in the future, got together with other people, decided we wanted to set up a cooperative, you know, so people could join as members. And then we launched that in about 2009 and people joined us. But it was a huge development journey, persuading the banks and the land markets and the council and anyone that would listen to us that we had a great idea. It took a huge amount of persuasion and what we call a perseverance test, keeping at it, sticking at it for a number of years. But eventually, you know, people realised what we wanted to do and it made sense, and they backed us. And with a bit of perseverance and a lot of support, you can make these kind of things happen.
The great thing that we have about Leeds is I think some people have quoted it as being like 60% open green space. Some even have said it's more like 80% of green open space, which is great. I think it's one of the greenest places in Europe. And obviously it's great that we have got all this open space for kids to play, but why can't we use some of it? I'm sure that we can find the balance between having play parks, having open space, and then also have a percentage of it for people to use. So we contacted all the local allotments, and Church Lane allotments luckily had a couple of plots freely available. So we went along, had a chat, talked about our ideas and what we were looking to do, and they were fully supportive. And there are opportunities for people to get involved in organisations such as this one, or even set up their own.
The work that happened in this place to turn it from what was a cesspool of dust and broken wood and all sorts of horrible stuff to make it into a livable space. That enthusiasm is kind of what makes the job worthwhile.
We wanted something that was more accessible to a greater number of people, and so that's what we worked on. But I think there are lots of places within Leeds City where you could fit a small community that did more or less of the design and development depending on whose needs it was meeting.